Oh, hello. Thank you for joining me for Veg with Lisa Live. I'm Lisa. This is Undoubtedly Live, and today we are gonna veg out with some of these bad boys. But before we get started, say hi, let me know that you're here. Type in the comments so that I know that you can see me and that you can hear me. Today, I am going to show you how to make oodles of zoodles. Why? Well, first of all, what is a zoodle? What in the heck is a zoodle? A zoodle is a noodle that you make with a zucchini. Isn't that cool? Why? Why do we want to make zoodles? Well, one, because you might have zucchinis coming out of your ears. If you're like me, hi, Susan. If you're like me and you are from the Midwest, Iowa, we had zucchinis in our garden. Our neighbors had zucchinis in their garden. Everybody had zucchinis in their garden coming out of their ears. Hi, Rob. Thank you. And they got big. You can only make and eat so much zucchini bread, so you need some other things to do with these bad boys. But that's not the main reason. There are two other main reasons why I want to show you how to make oodles of zoodles. The first is, as always, they're delicious. Remember, if it's not tasty, move on. The second reason for oodles of zoodles is because it's a really sneaky, covert way to get more veg into your diet. Okay, let's get to zoodling. And we got a little bonus today in that to serve these zoodles, yay for zucchini noodles, Susan, yes, yes, yes. To serve these zoodles, I want to show you how to make a really, really easy homemade marinara sauce. Why do we need to do that? Well, a couple of reasons. I hear from a lot of my clients that they don't like to cook. They claim they don't know how to cook, or they just don't want to cook. That is totally fine. You do not need to. But the fact remains, if we want to be healthy, we probably want to eat less processed food. As much fun as it is to eat out, we probably want to eat out maybe a little less and eat at home a little more. Hi, Angie Bishop. So that we know what we're eating, because when we buy packaged food, when we buy jarred spaghetti sauce, we got to really look at the labels, right? So I just want to show you how easy it is, and I'm not going to call it cooking. I'm going to call it preparing a homemade marinara sauce. If you're interested, if you're not, buy a jar, read the label, you're good to go. So let's get that started before we start zoodling, shall we? So I've got my big cast iron skillet here. I just turned it on. I've got some onions and some garlic that I've already chopped up. I'm gonna plop those, oops, I forgot the olive oil. I'm gonna plop those in the olive oil in the skillet, and you're gonna hear that sizzling away here in a bit. Sorry, I've got you all cockeyed. Yeah, oh, there we go. Okay, so now you can even see what's happening over here. While my onions and my garlic are sauteing, oh, I wanted to throw some peppers in here too. I like to throw bell peppers in my pasta sauce. This might look like a green pepper. It's a reversible pepper. It's actually a purple pepper. Isn't that cool? Peppers come in all different colors, and hopefully you know by now, they are a fantastic source of vitamin C. Thank you for joining. If you're just joining, let me know you're here. Which brings me to another completely aside. Heather and Kevin are in the house from Union Cemetery. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, I put the garlic in the skillet. Do you know what this is? This is garlic. This is how garlic comes out of the ground. I bought this at my local farmer's market. You do not have to procure garlic at your local farmer's market. It's actually really easy to grow at home. But when you buy garlic from the supermarket, I think it's really important to know that unless you're buying organic, unless you're buying local specifically, it's likely been flown on an airplane all the way from China. Seems like a silly carbon footprint, doesn't it? So when possible, buy from a local farmer. All right, sorry, I got all distracted because I'm so passionate about that. Okay, in my skillet over here, I've got onions, garlic, and bell pepper. Can you hear that sizzling now? Okay, now I'm gonna get to zoodling. Oh, what did I do with my zoodler? This is so cool. So zucchini, by the way, you can do this with any kind of summer squash. Chop that bad boy off. You can actually even do it with sweet potatoes. That's kind of hard. This is easy. Check this out. So this is a spiralizer. That's a fancy name for a zoodler, not to be confused with a noodler. You can buy all kinds of fancy variations of this. You can buy ones with a crank. You can buy ones with a buzz. I like to go old school whenever possible. So this is a zoodler. It's really a spiralizer. I made that up. And here is how you make zoodles. You take your zucchini. Can you see there's like all these little teeth in there? Emily! Oh my goodness, Emily is in the house. Yep, so see all these little teeth? You gotta be really careful because they will grate your fingers as well. You plop your zook on here and then you just start to twist it. You can do a little twist while you're twisting if you want. Get a little waist workout at the same time. Who says you can't multitask? Well, I say you can't multitask, but you can do a little dance, do a little shaky, shaky, shimmy, shimmy. Check this out. Okay, wait for it, wait for it. Whoa! Oodles of Zoodles! Oodles of Zoodles. Is that so cool or what? Why? Oh my gosh, I can smell the onions and the garlic going on over here in my homemade marinara. Okay, what am I gonna do to make that more marinara and not just frying onions and garlic? That's right. Oh, thank you. Do you like my shroom shirt? My friend Summer gave it to me. It says, eat me. All right, we don't just want fried onions and garlic. I'm using a can of tomatoes because that's what I had. Whoa, we're cooking with heat in the house and we'll eat your heart up. If you have a fresh tomato, it's tomato season, by all means, chop it up and toss it in, but I had a can, so that's what I'm using. I want you to see how simple this can be. It doesn't have to be complicated, right? Okay, my homemade marinara is bubbling away. Let's see, probably a little bit of salt and a grind of fresh cracked pepper. And since Emily's in the house, I know she likes a little heat, so I've got some crushed red chili in there. Not too much. You can have too much crushed red chilies. Yes, you can. All right, I'm stirring that, stirring that, stirring that. Yep. Woo, baby, that smells so yummy in my eat me tummy. Okay, so now back to these zoodles. What in the world will I do with these? Well, you can do them just like this. You can eat them raw, yeah? In fact, do you remember a while ago there was this big raw food craze where we thought that it was better not to cook our food, which I don't know, maybe it is, but I know it's awfully hard to digest. So personally, I prefer to turn another skillet on over here, my little guy, with a little teeny little drizzle of olive oil. There it goes. And I like to saute these, just a teeny. Just a teeny. And I'm gonna use these zoodles. Let me do a few more zoodles just to show you in case you're just joining me. Oh, actually, I wanna show you what to do when you get to the end so you don't shred your fingers. Why am I using these zoodles instead of regular old pasta noodles? Well, you don't have to. Like Rob says, you can do anything you want, but I know that a lot of us need and want to eat more veg. Why do we want to eat more zucchini? Well, let me tell you, because zucchini is rich in lots and lots of nutrients. Look at this, I just love this. This is so fun. If all you did was zoodleize or spiralize your zucchini, that's enough, right? Zucchini is rich in several vitamins, minerals, other beneficial plant compounds, including antioxidants. And it's very, very low in fat, low in calories, low in carbs. It's got bits of fiber. Probably oh, I got too close. I wasn't paying attention. Where's my lid? Here it is. Here's what you do when you get to the end so you don't cut your fingers off. You use this cool thing with the teeth. You stick it in there and then you zoodle some more. Yeah, twist around and zoodle some more. Probably the main nutrient benefit of zucchini and zoodles is vitamin A. It's got 40%, look at these beautiful zoodles, of the recommended daily allowance of vitamin A. Good source of manganese, vitamin C, magnesium, so why not, right? Oh my gosh, can you see in here my homemade marinara bubbling away over here? So remember, it's okay if you don't like to cook, but don't tell me you can't. I'm not cooking, I'm just preparing. That's all I'm doing. My zoodles are sauteing away. Let's see, what else do I want to put in my homemade marinara? I like to put spinach, whether it's homemade or from a jar. And then because I'm always looking for ways to bump up the fiber and the plant-based protein content, I like to put some chickpeas in my marinara. So if you are using zoodles in place of regular pasta noodles, you might like to add something like chickpeas. It's just a little bit heartier because the zoodles aren't quite as toothsome or quite as filling as regular zucchini noodles. So I think I got distracted. Why do I want zoodles instead of regular pasta noodles? Well, number one, because it's a great way to add more plants to your diet. And number two is we kind of eat a lot of pasta. Did you notice? Right? Did you notice that we sometimes eat a lot of pasta? You know, it's fun, it's good, it tastes yummy. It also contains gluten if you're eating regular pasta. We eat large plates of it. This is just a lighter, perhaps healthier way to enjoy noodles. Okay, so can you hear and see these sizzling away? Just giving these a light little saute. And now I'm going to show you what I've done. Let's see, where's my, oh, here it is. So here is the plate that I made ahead of time. Oh, but before I do that, I forgot I wanted to put some fresh herbs. I've got some basil that I picked out in my garden, and I wanted to put some basil in my homemade marinara. You can just rip it up with your fingers like this. I've got some, oh my gosh, it's so fragrant. Look at this. Look at this beautiful oregano. I'm gonna put some of that in my homemade marinara, and I love thyme. You know, if you had some mushrooms in the house, you could throw some chopped mushrooms into your homemade marinara. Oh, there's zoodles everywhere. I love it. I love it. Okay, I made some marinara earlier, and I just want to show you this. This is a much darker color. I'll put it on my zoodles here. Because I had a can of fire roasted tomatoes, so I used those. Again, don't get too caught up with this. Just have fun. Try some things. If it doesn't work, you don't ever have to try them again. Oh, you know what else I forgot? Sometimes I throw a little squeeze of tomato paste in my homemade marinara. I like things really tomatoey. Did you know that tomato paste comes in these tubes? Yeah, I just got this at Whole Foods. It's just their 365 brand. You know how you buy those cans and you take like a tablespoon out and then you don't use the rest and it gets moldy? These tubes are fantastic. Yeah, tomatoes are a great source of all kinds of beautiful nutrients, lycopene, vitamin C. Okay, so that's the homemade, oh, I got distracted by my homemade marinara. Here we go. Zoodles with homemade marinara. Let's see, I might put a little salt and a little extra pepper. I've got my basil on there. How about some fresh thyme straight out of the garden? And I think these oregano leaves will be really, really tasty. And they're pretty too, they're purple. Oh, here we go. Nooch. I hope you all know about nooch. We might do an episode on nooch one of these days. I think I promised that already. It's kind of a plant-based version of Parmesan cheese. It's delicious, delicious. It tastes like Parmesan cheese without all of the ickiness. Okay, let's give this a go. Let me turn you up here. Oh my goodness. Oodles of Zoodles. Look at this. Just like just like regular pasta, and you can swirl it around, and then check this out, you can slurp it. Thank you for joining me for Veg with Lisa Live. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some zoodles to slurp. Mary, thanks for joining. Check the rest of the replay. So, these zoodles are a very covert way to work more veg into your diet. If you don't want to be so covert about it and you want to learn how to age healthily and remain relevant, active, and vibrant, send me a message. My RAV Healthy Aging Protocol might be the perfect fit. We'll have a chat and see if it is. All right, back to slurping. Oodles of Zoodles. This is delicious. See you next time.